Hey yo, what is going on, you guys? Oh man, what the Now my hair looks like shit. I drive with the windows down, okay? What do you expect? Okay, it was a nice day outside. Well, it's nighttime already, shit. It kind of looks like it got curly hair, actually. Anyways, guys, so I just got back from the seeing screening of the movie Split. So let's go ahead and let's see how this movie turned out.
Hi, I'm Albert.
Hi, I'm Danny.
Hi, I'm Jazz.
Hi, I'm Toby.
Welcome to Gamer State.
Split. M. Night, I gotta say, he's got probably the most varying career about anybody working today. You know, it's quite impressive. You know, he had really, a really good start, and he got so high, and then he just hit a couple snags, and then just completely sunk way down. And now I think he's starting to come back up. One of the movies that I first got to see was The Visit, which was my first, which was my first advanced screening, and now I got to see this one. Let's get into it, alright? So right away, the plot of this movie, the main character of this movie, which is played by Anya Taylor, I hope I pronounced that right. You know, she is a kind of a teenage girl, and already you can kind of see that she kind of distances herself away from her friends. She's got to have a little bit she has a little bit of a broken past. The second main actor of this movie, who I do believe, even though I do believe Anya is the main actress of the movie, I gotta say, James McAvoy freaking steals the whole spotlight, and I will say, if she isn't the main character, he sure as hell is, which I think he is. I think he probably is. I don't know. Maybe it's because I just like Anya. She's pretty badass in the movie anyways. So James McAvoy plays this character that has multiple personalities, a total of 23. Now we don't get to see all 23. We get to see maybe 10 at the most. I do believe I'm probably wrong though. and he kidnaps her and her two other friends. Pretty much traps them. You guys have seen the trailer. Traps them underneath somewhere. I do know where it's at. I'm not gonna spoil where it's at for you guys, but anyways, he's there to keep them for the beast. And wow, guys, I want to just say that M. Night knocked this one out of the park, guys. It was freaking awesome from start to finish. And it had a whole lot to do with James McAvoy, but it also had a good amount to do with Anya Taylor, guys. Have a really good chemistry going on in this movie, even though they're technically going against each other. You know, the cat and mouse game works very well between them. You know, there's so much like where she's afraid of him, but then she kind of tries to manipulate him in a way. If you guys seen the trailers, there's a little boy in the movie that James McAvoy plays. And I just want to say one thing, alright? Getting into the characters, Anya Taylor does do a fantastic job of this movie, expressing a lot of, I kind of want to say it's like, it's kind of like flat-faced performance. It's not that it's bad, because it's more like, it's not that she's showing too much with her facial expressions, but it's more in her eyes, and that's one of the things that I really like about her performance. And now moving on to James McAvoy. James McAvoy I believe he had like an insane job to do in this movie. He had to portray different personalities. They all have their different little quirks and all their different little nuances and their tones and the way they come across. If you guys please do go see this movie, I'm already telling you to go see it. It is an amazing movie. James McAvoy's performance in this movie goes like, he has to transition between these different characters, and as the movie progresses, you're starting to recognize the different little nuances that he has while he's portraying these characters. Whether it's the tone, and it's the pitch and tone of their voice, the way they carry themselves, the little different things that they tend to do, and you're automatically recognizing, okay, yeah, I know who that is. That's who he's playing right now. And even in just the slight facial expressions that he portrays in the movie, you're able to recognize who he's playing. And that to me is a very amazing thing. It's hard to really keep track of something like of the characters in this movie if James McAvoy did not do an amazing job like he did in this movie. There are other characters in this movie, but they do an okay job. They're really more of a supporting cast. Obviously, Anya Taylor and James McAvoy are obviously the stars, and they and they carry themselves like the stars of this movie, which is amazing. Moving on to the cinematography and the CGI. Really little CGI was used, as far as I can tell. A lot of it looked very, very good. The certain shots and the certain scenes that were in this movie were fantastic. I wouldn't expect anything less from M. Night Shyamalan. So moving on to the ending of this movie. Guys, the way this movie ends, it's almost like... It's so hard to describe, but it's kind of like, it's almost self-satisfying, because the way it ends, you don't expect it to end that way, but when you start realizing everything that happens afterwards, you're like, you know what? I am very satisfied with this ending, and I can't really explain why, but I just am. And that's exactly where I'm at right now. It's so hard to even say why I like the ending, because I just do. It's weird. It's weird. So moving on to the rating of this movie, guys. Now, there are a couple little things here and there that kind of made the movie, you know, It's really, really nitpicky, but again, there is really nothing wrong with this movie. If you want to blame the supporting cast for being supporting, I guess you can say that, but everything else just seemed far much more better. It just seemed a little bit more... It just seemed a lot more conclusive, a lot more cohesive, and it just was an amazing experience to watch this movie. There are like that. There's just like that. I mean, it's really the side characters. That's it. How they come across a little bit more of the stereotypical teenager, and that's really it. But you can't really blame them because they're supporting characters, while everything else is really, really good. So with that being said, guys, I'm gonna have to give this movie a perfect 10 out of 10. You didn't expect that, did you? But again, even though all those other things that may, in other words, hinder it, it doesn't really bother me, because I think this movie was still really, really good. As this movie ended, guys, everybody in the audience clapped, and everybody was on the way out saying how good of a movie it was. So, and I totally agree. So that is the end of this video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed, and if you did, by all means hit that like button, as well as subscribe to my YouTube channel. We make more videos just like this, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace!